Haas with me, Coach. I couldn't help but noticing, just standing out here, you got a pretty loose group you're working with this year.
Oh yes, they love the game, and they're pretty loose. They come game time, they get ready to play the game though. So we have a lot of fun.
Does that ever make you nervous with how loose they can get? Or?
It always makes me nervous. I mean, coaches, like things certain ways and a certain amount of discipline, and certainly these guys have fun out here. That's for sure.
Well, getting to the football side of things, you guys, maybe not the start you hoped for last week, but you certainly got the job done in the end. Right?
Yeah, we did. I mean, we struggled a little bit early, made a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties, and we kind of overcame those the first half, put a few touchdowns on the board, and then came out and had a nice third quarter and kind of took care of the game at that point.
When you look at your team right now, certainly offensively, you guys have been scoring a lot of points. I think it's 4 straight weeks you've gone over 40 points. You feel like you guys are clicking pretty well on offense?
Yeah, we've clicked pretty well on offense all year long. There's been a couple games where we had a couple turnovers and weren't able to put the points on the board that we did previously. But yeah, lately we've been putting the points on the board, and we played really good defense as well.
Talking about a few of your offensive performers, Benny Clark, I know going into the season, he was the talk of your team. How impressive has he been to you through this year and just the entire time you've had a chance to coach him?
Well, it's been a nice opportunity coaching Benny Clark because he's a tremendous worker in practice, and it's certainly paid off for him this year. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards a carry, and he's got about 20 touchdowns, so he's been a real leader for us on the team.
Benny Clark obviously was the name we're all talking about going into the year. How special has it been to play with him this year? I mean, you've played with him for most of your life, probably.
My whole life. I mean, he's a playmaker. Love playing with Benny. You can give him the ball, he can just do his thing. It's real nice.
And how much of a load has it been to know that he's back there, that you can count on him?
Gives you a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence when he's back there, because I mean, you got to respect Benny. I mean, if you don't, we'll give him the ball and let him do his thing. So
it's been good. I mean, my offensive line, they've blocked tremendously for me. My receivers, I mean, without those guys, I couldn't have done all of this. But I mean, it's been really fun.
You guys have had a very strong passing game this year as well. One of the best, not the best in the conference this year. Jeff Scott running the controls there.
Yes, Jeffrey's done a real nice job, even though he didn't get a lot of reps last year as a junior. We tend to play seniors at that position, and he's done a great job for us this year. He's thrown I think 16 touchdown passes and only 2 interceptions so far.
How hard is it, do you think, for a young man like that didn't play a whole lot last year? I have to believe, I mean, earlier in his career he played on JV, but to step up on this type of team and really lead the team from that quarterback spot?
It's not easy, and Jeffrey's one of those character guys. He's worked real hard in the off season to get better, and I think that's paid off for him. Plus, he's a tremendous worker in the weight room as well.
He worked so hard. He worked tremendously hard this offseason, and I'm glad it paid off for him because he deserves it. And I mean, he's lead this team, and I'm so proud of him. He's a really good leader.
I just worked hard in the off season. We got great guys to play with. They're the ones that helped me out. Great line, great receivers, just a great all-around team to play with. So they helped me out.
You guys seem to just pull out some of these games. That something's said about just winning these games, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, we just have experience. I mean, we've been on previous teams before where we haven't been able to come back, but we just been able to stay calm this year and compose and just fight 48 minutes.
We just put 100% of the effort the whole time. We always play a 48-minute game, try to put the whole game together. So.
Well, if you look at the past, we've been real close with some of the other teams in the league in games, and this year it seems like we've been able to get over the hump and make plays at the end of the game that have made the difference. But you're right, we could be 6-3 as well as 9-0. I mean, we came from behind in 3 games in the fourth quarter, late in the game, and that was the difference this year.
I know the first time you guys matched up against each other, you guys get the win. Didn't seem as though there was a whole lot of you guys stopping them and them stopping you.
Right. I think there was over 900 yards offense in that game. Neither team stopped each other unless they turned the ball over. I'm not sure how many punts were in the games, if any. So yeah, it was one of those games. It was almost whoever got the ball last going to win.
When you look at trying to stop them, you have to talk about Mallow, you got to talk about White.
Yeah.
Is there a way to slow these guys down?
We hope so. I mean, if you look at their backfield, they're all league players, all conference. So it's not just Mallow and White, it's Steiner and Reed as well. So they're real balanced, and we have to stay balanced with them and play a disciplined defense. And if we do that, I think we can play with them.
Yeah, it's kind of nail-biting because they got Peyton, Ben, and Steiner. And Tommy. They're all really good backs, and I have a lot of respect for those guys.
Last time playing Constantine in your life. That's when you think about that, just the thought that you're not going to battle against these guys anymore. What's that thought like?
It's always fun playing them because you know it's going to be a 48-minute game, and these are the games you live for as a kid, watching it growing up and playing them over and over again, at least 2 times in the season. I mean, we're fortunate to play them in the playoffs again, get another shot at them. I mean, it's going to be fun.
Well, I mean, the rivalry is always there. We know it's always there. I mean, it's been there for quite a few years and everything. And we're just going to go down there, or stay here, play our best game possible, put together 48 minutes. And, I mean, we remember the feeling from last year, so we don't want to let that happen again.
Our kids really don't like Constantine. I think Constantine doesn't like us very well, so I'm sure the rivalry kind of just adds to the flavor and adds maybe to a little bit of the pressure on the kids. I'm not sure.
You like Constantine?
No, not at all.
You like Constantine?
No.